from the files of, I ain't so confident about this. Let's take Texumo for a fly. Same as before. I mean, I feel like I got plenty of weight up front. I've added a bunch. Using a shit battery for this one. Okay, we gotta get it out of dog range here. Stay. Let's see how this goes. I'll be darned. It did need to have some nose weight to it. I'll be darned. Hopefully we won't drill it. Let's do some sloping turns with it. I'll be darned. Not supposed to fly it over your head, but I'm just happy it's in the air. Ooh, I gotta measure that when I get home and post my findings. That was about with a quarter throttle throwing it up there. And I'm in low rates. Yeah, Texumo, you can turn it on a dime. This one, I think you need some sloping in it. Well, they say tail heavy doesn't fly and nose heavy flies poorly, so it was tail heavy the entire time. But there's just no way of knowing because of my rig. I finally found a guy that gave his impressions, I think. They're flying nicely too, wow. It'd be neat to take one of these and FPV it. I think Jonesy did it to the Texumo. But he hadn't experimented with that in a long time. I did this with a shitty battery, that way if I drill it into the ground it would I wouldn't kill a good battery, so I don't have 13 minutes, I don't think. How nice. Son of a bitch. Yeah, the difference between these things flying and not is millimeters of center of gravity. And man, each setup's different, so you really kind of don't know what you're getting into. Until you test fly it. I remember these guys, I forget who they were from a hobby shop. They didn't show it, the peckerheads, because they don't want to lose business, but they were showing the setup on one of these, and it was funny as shit because afterwards they're like, oh, well, we got it in the air, and you big chunks out of the wing and shit like that. And you know what had happened is they couldn't find center of gravity on the damn thing. Let's get over to the other side so I can check on Pup. Ellie, come! You're going to get in fire ants. Yeah. So that's a popwing that flies, kids. All my other efforts have been drilling it into the ground. Luckily, I think I knocked the nose out, and that was about it. Fractured the foam, you know. Let's do a low pass.
11 minutes.
Well, just like Texumo, it doesn't mind low speed at all. Big. Another low pass into the wind. See some rain in the distance, residual. Not hit myself with said aircraft. Oh, puppy wants it. Leave it. No. Wow, it flies wonderfully. Deviled me before. Old Eric just, he'd toss it and it'd just go right into the ground. Actually, now that I think about it, I think I've knocked a wing off of it, one of the winglets. I was going to put bigger ones on there because I thought perhaps that was the issue, but deep in my mind, I had a good idea that it was center of gravity issues. Just kept adding weight up front. Well, that'll be neat. I'll be able to post this on the Popwing website that I had some success, and I'll put my specs up there on what I'm flying with. I really haven't opened it up yet. Let's carry it back towards the wind and open it up. This is a very shitty old battery, so I don't know what we're going to get out of it. Wow. Son of a bitch. Powerful. Yeah, I did set it up with a powerful rig now that I think about it, because this thing's about a year old or so, maybe, when I bought it.
9 minutes.
But I do remember setting it up with a powerful rig. I'll put the specs up underneath the video for those of you that are wanting to know what's doing, and I'll also weigh out the center of gravity on my CG rig and see where it's at. Excuse me. Forgive me, a little reflux this morning. 3 cups of coffee to get me going. Damn, the thing flies like it's on rails. No death spiral at all. Almost a shame I didn't put a good battery on here. Maybe charged this battery back up and took her for a fly. See if I can irritate the dog. Low pass. Here it comes, Ellie. I don't like it neither. That's just as pretty as you please. It went up. Been sitting on the wall, honestly, for I don't know, probably the better part of a year. My thoughts have been, carry it out and crash it because it ain't doing any good sitting on the yard, on the wall. Yeah, no shitty characteristics, which is really nice. Hey, Ellie Belly. Okay, I'm not going to have any choice here. Gotta land it backwind. Leave it. Ran out of battery. Good stuff. 7 minutes on a tired old 2200 battery. See ya. Say bye, Ellie.
6 minutes.